Hey everyone, I'm Solon with Gamesline, and I'm here today with Hunter from The Dreamer Must Die. Mr. Hunter Ahlquist, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Can you explain a little bit about Dreamer Must Die?
So, The Dreamer Must Die is a first-person action-adventure game. It has RPG elements, so you start out really weak and then you get much stronger by the end. That sort of affair. The combat flow is faster than RPG, though. There is a targeting lock-on system, so you can lock on to enemies, and I've seen a lot of people like to do that and then circle strafe.
Kind of like you would in like a Metroid Prime or something?
Yeah, exactly like that.
But it's got a more RPG vibe to it.
Yes.
The things that I've seen.
Progression, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let the games begin.
You're a dreamer, you're asleep, so the whole place, all the places that you're in are like psychosomatic spaces, right?
Yes, it's a lot of the game story is inspired by real life psychology concepts.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of
like Jungian
symbolism.
type of stuff?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, his work is a big influence on a lot of the characters, a lot of archetypes that represent that, and even some of my own psychology ideas as well.
Have you done any like studying or training in psych or something? Or?
No, it's just the artist giving his opinion.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha,
exactly.
Yeah. Yep. That's amazing. Like, what kind of stuff? Like, what are you drawing on from Jung in your game?
So a lot of the characters are based off archetypes, especially the enemy. So
tell me about what do they do that's like some kind of archetype of psychology? Is it something they say? Is it how they move in the world?
The city level, it is the main baddie in that area is a representation of the persona and how that can become a toxic trait if you don't use it right.
When you're playing in that space, you can basically do whatever you want, like whatever that you want, but you have to build rules, constructs,
Exactly.
So how do you ground your dream worlds in a way that's predictable to the player, like so that the player can have some fun?
So there are some intentional inconsistencies with the skybox because it's a dream. It can do that.
Whoa.
There's a big tower. It's always looming in the sky where you can see the sky. And it's just ominously sitting there. And in the dream, so you can wake up in the dream, and that's where you do your saving and stuff, like wind down and return. But anything you do in that dream, that remains. So if you flip a switch, wake up, and then you go back in, that switch will still be flipped.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. There's kind of like a Yume Nikki kind of vibe to that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's another inspiration. This is it's really a melting pot of different inspirations.
Tell me about some more. Because I'm really into this idea now.
Kingdom Hearts.
Nice. Yes.
I love the menu system. I feel like not a lot of people.
The menu system specifically.
Yes. Not just like the equipment menus, but like I really like the command menu.
Right.
Like that's such a great concept.
That was kind of what I saw for a second. Was there's the scroll wheel at the bottom that has all your options for mechanics and stuff.
Yeah. So you can favorite items and equipment, and you even get on-command abilities.
Yep.
And not only favorite them so you can show them in the command menu, but there's also a shortcuts button, of course, because it might be a little hard if it gets too hectic, and you just want to quickly, take a sleeping pill to. It's described as it's strengthening your connection to the dream world.
Whoa.
So,
okay. Yeah.
Different types of consumables that are sort of like play on that.
Yep. Overarching story. You are a dreamer. What is trying to die you?
Why big
you die?
bad, the big bad of the game is a character named the Dreamer, and that's the source of the corruption.
So you're stuck in these dream worlds because of them. So the Dreamer must die.
Yeah, the Dreamer must die. The goal is in the title.
Yep.
Very straight to the
very concise.
point. Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts' goal was also in the title.
Oh yeah.
Very clear.
You gotta find Kingdom Hearts.
Just very to the point.
They were never so clear with what Kingdom Hearts was. But it's always fantastic getting to the end and seeing what it is.
That's why I'm looking at Dreamer Must Die and I'm like, what happens when you kill the Dreamer though? Because then there's no dream.
I'd love to explain, but you'll have to play the full game and find out.
I love the look of the first person aspect. So you're strafing around, you're doing this very cool like dance. It's almost like, and you have like guns. You have like projectile weapons, but they're not like guns.
There are very few melee weapons.
Yeah.
But I went for guns because it really lends to the circle strafing and dodging combat.
In this
I think
really
there is a
like weird world, you're kind of like a dream cowboy.
Yeah, exactly. There's even a revolver weapon. You can charge up 6 shots and load them up, preload them, and then you can fire them all at once.
Sick. That's sick.
It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite items.
So talking to people in the dream world, they're not going to give you straight answers to things. Is that fun to write for? Do you like writing for?
Yeah, it can be. It's a lot of fun, and it's satisfying when I get some good dialogue. But it can be a challenge to design it in a way where the player isn't like pandered to.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you sort of guide them in the direction. That's the whole job of a designer, to guide somebody.
Exactly. And since you've set things up in a dream world, and you have this style about the game too, where it looks surreal. It has this like vibe where you're looking at people. They don't even look like people necessarily. They're dreams. They're figments.
Yeah, they're all constructs of the mind.
Right.
Symbolic of different things.
Yeah. And so that changes things on your end as the designer.
Yes.
Because you have this completely blank palette. You can put anything on there.
Because it's a dream.
But it has to make sense to play it.
Right. Yeah.
So there's this push and pull.
Yeah, it is a challenge to do that, because if I just mishmash whatever together, then people are going to be very confused. So there has to be some level of cohesiveness. You're right.
And so I'm just kind of wondering how you strike that balance.
It's a lot of playtesting, playtesting and feedback, because you can very easily get stuck in your own mind and make things that make sense to you, but it may only make sense only to you, and you don't want to have that. So I have a lot of people.
Testing, you have a community around the game, or is it?
Yeah, I have a Discord and a Patreon too. They get early access to content and such. And I have a demo out on Steam. It's a bit old, but after PAX, the demo here, that's going to be uploaded.
Hey! Yeah. Okay, cool. So people can get their hands on it right now. So it's on Steam. Wishlist it now. That whole thing. When's it coming out?
I'm shooting for early access 2024. Yeah, like I mentioned, the player feedback. I want to make sure that I get it right, because it's a difficult dance with the type of game I'm making.
Exactly right. So early access in a year. That looks to be about the pace. So like they're showing at PAX today.
Yep.
And have you been to PAX before with this game?
No, I have not been to a convention in a long time. This is
a lot of people are coming back right now.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been to PAX. In general, not even as a guest.
Yeah. So what's it like then, this being your first day at PAX? You're showing your brand new game that no one's seen.
Well, I'm very introverted, so it's very hard, but I'm pushing through.
I think that's amazing. Especially because, in the state it's in right now, it's so showable. It is so beautiful to see, and it strikes such a presence on the show floor.
I've been working on it for years, so
I've had it. Like, that's a scary thing that you're putting yourself out there, and you have an entire booth at PAX for this game that you got to show to brand new people for the first time ever. That's crazy.
Yeah, the secret I want to give for any indie developer: just take your ego out of it. you want to make a good game, if it's not so good right now, it might be good in the future if you get feedback, and then you act on it.
Show early. That's
Show
what's
early
happening
too.
here.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of feedback here for sure. And the Discord crew helps. You told me that this was also a family production. That you have a family of game developers.
My dad does help me occasionally with some things like feedback.
That's really cool. I haven't heard a lot of people
I do
in
have
that situation.
my family is a family of creatives, but we do kind of like do our own things.
Oh,
But-
that's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all have different practices and stuff that you work on, and yours is making games.
Yeah,
That's so fun. You got like a workshop at home and stuff.
it is. Yeah, we all like to make things together.
That's so cool. Like that's somewhere I would love to be. Is I would love to have a family that we're all creatives in different fields, and that's sick. Yep.
So a long tutorial, long vertical slice level. Yeah, I might
I mean,
have
it
to
has
come
to do with
back
how much is
tomorrow,
going
make it
on. You're
shorter.
doing a first-person shooter RPG. That's a lot of pieces
Yeah.
to a lot of pie.
Yeah. So I have to really like optimize. I'm probably going to go home and optimize it a little bit for
for tomorrow?
shorter experience. Yeah, I'm going to try.
You can't. Oh wow.
I'm a
On the
midnight
fly.
coder, so
Well, I'm loving hearing about your journey. This is an incredible story, and also good luck with the rest of PAX. Your first PAX.
all right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for interviewing me.
Yeah. No, pleasure's all mine.
It's very flattering. Thank you.